Hello, collective. So I am back to do water elements. So it takes me a little bit to get warmed up. Sometimes when I first come back to the channel to do energy reports or to come back to my desk and do work, research, readings, decodes, work my Akash, whatever it is that I'm working on. It can just take me a minute sometimes to get back into what I'm working on, depending on what it is, kind of, and depending on how distracted I got or how busy I got. So I can't help it right now. I have a lot of responsibility. And no, these are just single parent type of responsibilities momentarily, until later on when things come together in my union a little bit more. The picture might look different, but for now, I still manage my schedule the same as I always have for the past like 11 years. So, if not longer. I kind of keep a 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. type of schedule, and I work first and second shift, and that's how I do it. And if I dial back, that means I'm not working second shift, I'm only working first shift. But I'm always, always, always working. Very seldom do I ever not show up for at least some hours during day shift to put in each week, every single week, for years and years and years. However, I started out and just being an entrepreneur. I didn't do a whole lot. I treated my spiritual life like a hobby. It kind of was. And my prayer life was more of like a private, personal, sacred thing, and my healing and all of that. And then I slowly come out with it more and more. And it starts out that I start working with a whole lot of other people. I used to work with 20 to 30 people a day on the internet. Okay. When I first started out, I went all in and I worked with a lot of people and I had a lot of knowledge, and I was also still learning myself. Plus, I was doing my business. Plus, I was a single mom, but I was I was determined. Okay, I wasn't giving up. I've been working towards certain goals and things I had set for myself, and even though certain things weren't working out in my life, certain things were, and the things that were these things, and I just wasn't giving up. So the more I didn't give up, the more it just transformed and turned into a spiritual ascension journey, and it just became so spiritual, and it got deeper and deeper and deeper, and then it got downright scary for a while. Okay, for a while. And then it turned into a ministry. Then it turned into a blessed fivefold ministry. Okay. Seriously, that is how it went. This is how my ministry went. And I was given very detailed and specific ministry instructions and messages from the angels themselves, from God, Holy Spirit, from the collective, from like just you name it. Like I received all the directives and the keys to the Akash. And the keys to the Akash is also keys to people's ministries, meaning, it's like I can come out and bless the collective and leave blessings all over channels and activations and bring tons of angelic energy and clearing energy, activation energy, angelic, divine, higher light source energy teachings, And what comes with me is a massive powerhouse of source energy that myself and an entire blessed, magnificent, huge, powerful, beautiful collective of angelic and shamanic and highly advanced, beautiful, rainbow souls, chosen, indigo, light worker, starseed souls, guys. I mean, just so many, so many. I've worked with thousands at this point, and I'm so happy to be here. I wish I could be here more often, and it frustrates me and it makes me upset. And I've been trying to help the masculines transmute a lot of extra lower level energy, and that basically has to do with anger. Okay, and when I say masculine, it doesn't all mean males. Some of it is females. It just depends. It could be males or females. Take it, and apply it in your life where it resonates, okay? Because I have some people in my life that while they may be one gender, okay, and this does not have to do with sexuality, just basic gender. We're not going to get deep into it. Whatever you resonate with in terms of masculine, feminine energy, I believe all human beings have source energy, and it comes in the form of divine masculine, divine feminine source energy. We all have it, okay? Some people tap into and operate more from the masculine than the feminine. The ones who operate more from the masculine may not be as close to God. They may not be using their intuition, or they may be worse than that. They may be like totally narcissistic, narcs, hardened hearts, toxic, bad news altogether, right? And so we have to follow our intuition. And that's kind of what most of us all deal with right there. That's the gist of it right there. And we encounter that in our love life, personal lives, most, and in our careers, and everything that concerns our foundation and security in life. Our love life, marriage, careers, foundations, business, whatever it is you're focused on the most. If you're focused on other areas of your life and you're not focused on relationships, you try to apply it to that. If it doesn't apply to that and it keeps coming to you, like some form or fashion. You keep seeing patterns, having experiences, seeing numbers, hearing songs, certain things speaking to you synchronistically. You're still picking up that raw energy of twin flames, like those twin flame synchronicities. Maybe even still experiencing a lot of twin flame merge type of energies, which would include things like triggers, intense spiritual vibrations, visions, dreams, tapping into spiritual gifts, having a Sophia wisdom, really sharp intuition, having certain spiritual abilities, being very active in that, and it becoming more active when you come in contact with your twin flame on the spiritual realm. And if things are not going in order in your union how they should, meaning you're manifesting and meeting with your twin flame on the higher realm, and you're manifesting based on your soul signature connection, which affords you things like angelic support and a twin flame contract that you and your twin flame come together and agree on. And in that contract, it is to help you get to the highest highs, onto your highest possible best timeline. And that's what your connection, your twin flame journey and connection is for. But later on, once you've come into merge, once you're doing shadow work and you've confirmed who your twin flame is, they've confirmed, you've both agreed in the physical, no matter if you physically met or not, you've been confirmed in the spiritual and you've had it show up in the physical. And you're able to know these things and read your contract and all this kind of stuff. That's where you're trying to get to when you're on this twin flame journey. You're trying to get to that place where you know exactly where you stand with your significant others and or other in your life. Okay? So significant other as in a spouse or partner or significant other people adjacent to all of that in your life. So everyone else after that that's significant to you. So you're not your twin flame union, it's never just you and this other person. It's a crowded situation most generally. And that's what you have to work on. Your third party energy, your spherical energies, your core energies, and your twin flame merge, your shadow work, all these things, right? You're doing all these things. Eventually, there should be no third party, and you get to that place where it's no longer third party energy. All the energy connected to you and your divine partner is all the energy that's supposed to be connected to you spiritually. And no one else. No one else but you guys at that point. And those are the people that are part of your union. And from there, you bond in sacred union, divine frequencies. You activate the sacred contract and you manifest from there. You start to manifest from your union and not outside of it. And then that's how you stay on the narrow path. And you keep going and you keep going and you keep going. So it's like if you've been in union for 4 years and you came into union or reunion in the past 4 to 5 years, somewhere in that there. Doesn't have to be exactly that time frame, but right around that time frame, then you got to keep it moving. Keep it moving. It's not, do not go backwards. Continue to move forward. Do not slow down. Do not stop. Do not give up. Do not throw in the towel. Do not take your eye off the ball. Don't let your guard down and don't stop doing the work. Okay? That's where we're at right now in terms of twin flame union collectively. Okay? So that's important to know and understand. So in the last lives, I've been covering all the elements of energy. So I did December. Now I'm doing January. I'm covering January. Okay. And I'm covering divine masculine, feminine energy for each of the 4 main elements: earth, air, wind, earth, air, fire, and water. And all of the, if you have an astrological chart and or a twin flame and you're familiar with their astrologicals, that's all you basically need. And any of the people in your life who you deal with, you know their astrological, and or you're just that familiar with them that you know their energies. As you listen to these elements, you'll you'll get keen on it. You'll start to understand how it's I guess some people consider it a form of spiritual bypassing. But I do it from a faith-based perspective. While I work this Akash, I am bypassing everything else that has to do with fourth and eighth dimension spirituality that is completely unnecessary for twin flames, that most of the time does not really apply, and that also just could be potentially slowing you down, or that if you put your union first and this type of guidance that should go with your union and get in alignment, then all the other stuff becomes easier, makes more sense, and then can be applied through wisdom after you have achieved union, meaning you've also been walking in your deliverance. So you're no longer affected by New Age programs, repetitive, lower level type of energies and programs and densities. You're witnessing some of that, a lot of it in some cases, but you're no longer subject to it. You're kind of getting up there, more advanced as a soul, and you're getting to the top of the tree of life. And so is your union, so is your divine partner, and so is the collective that you find yourself closest to and working with. The closer and closer and closer and that you get to the end of your union. And all of those people are part of your union, and they're part of your eternal blessings and rewards that come from your union. That place that you got to, where you and your twin flame started to manifest from a more pure source energy that was aligned with your original divine purposes, your soul signature frequencies, and what the two of you had agreed upon, and at the highest, most spiritual levels, and that you two are capable of reaching, and once you mastering that, you're mastering fourth dimension. You are becoming the master, and you're no longer a third dimensional being. You're a higher dimensional being. You now mastered fourth dimension. That officially affords you the divine right to call yourself a fifth dimensional being, which if you're a fifth dimensional being, that means you're quantum. That means you're of the higher dimensions and you're a multidimensional being, and you've mastered all of the fourth dimension, third party energies. You've done shadow work. You've been through twin flame merge, and you've mastered the inner self. So 2026 is more about the inner self. So that is what the angels have been giving me. And Raphael came through, and Archangel Michael said, I'm here, I'm with you. Yes, I'm everybody's guardian angel. These were questions that came through that were being discussed in the healing circle recently. Yes, I'm everybody's guardian angel. And Raphael said, yes, I'm everyone's healing, assisting angel. He said, to assist you with all spiritual healing and any level of physical healing that he's able to assist with. Uriel said the same for enlightenment. All of your spiritual enlightenment and any of the enlightenment in the physical realm that that angel is able to bring. Shamuel is the angel that works with soulmates and relationships, and same there, bringing you the highest level, helping you reach the highest level of unity and connectedness and bonding in your relationships, the highest levels of understanding and all of this. along with a few other angels, okay? And if you have special needs like blended family, your blended family connectedness in your twin flame union, or your generational curse breakers, or you are public eye, or you are fivefold rod and staff twin flames, or all of the above, or any of that. There's everything you need. Everything you need is available to you when you are manifesting from twin flame source energy. Okay? So you're manifesting at your highest possible manifestation rate and energy when you're at the twin flame level of manifestation. And at that level, how much you're able to manifest basically depends on how your union is doing. Okay, so how much you're able to vibe together, work together, be within your union energies together, all of the things you're able to achieve within the union, and that progresses as you progress. So once you get through the first initial stages, that's where it no longer really resonates for you. A lot of the stuff you're going to find out there in the mainstream or out here on YouTube algorithms, you are kind of wanting to know more, and you have more experience and possibly have even met more twin flames and have more going on. And you're kind of transforming at a different rate sometimes than some of the other people around you. Like that happens too. And so you kind of have the special needs going on in your union, like what happened to me in my union, and my masculine and I went through and are still coming through and recovering ourselves from a lot of twin flame spiritual warfare and attacks in the spiritual, and a lot of stuff in the physical as well, more than the ordinary, a little more out of the ordinary in terms of how much of the physical BS and spiritual warfare that we've had to deal with. And yeah, same on the spiritual plane. So it's been a lot of extra. And both of us were like, no way. Why is this happening? Why? It made no sense. It made no sense until one day it did. Until one day it does. Okay. And you have these breakthroughs, and it takes a while. And sometimes it's just like, in the meantime, you're just doing the very best you can, and all you really can do is take care of yourself and do the self-care, do the inner work, and then and always keep coming back to your most connected, peaceful, joy-filled, grateful, sovereign space, your sacred space. Always coming back to your sacred space, with or without your partner, okay? With or without your twin flame, whether you're with them in the physical or not, whether you know them or not, no matter what the status of the romantic side of your union looks like. You're always coming back to center with it and back to sacred space. And once you're back to sacred space, then from there, you can start opening up to receive energy and guidance from a very grounded place, right? and in perfect alignment and alkaline as you can get, then you open up and you start receiving, and then you go through whatever your process is at that time. Okay, the process changes depending on circumstances, but depending on the season, depending on a lot of things. Okay, but there's always a process. So we hold space for others on our journey, including our twin flame, and where they may, no matter what their status is in the world or with other people, the status they share with us as their twin flame is always one of higher octave, okay, in the spiritual, meaning there's a lot of maturity and strength required, a lot of patience required, and a lot of understanding required, a lot of room to breathe, a lot of giving each other space, and being spiritual and moral support first and foremost, and partnering that way in your connection, and staying focused that way, and keeping your intentions that way, and being each other's cheerleader, and being each other's, helping hold each other accountable, but in loving ways. That's part of holding space. It's not just holding space, but holding space with the intention to love divinely. So loving divinely can mean a strong rebuke, and a strong rebuke can mean, just encouraging and motivating someone to hold themselves accountable, or look at how they're accountable and take more accountability and responsibility. So that is the proper way to love according to divine guidance. So that's the kind of love we're always trying to give first and foremost to ourselves, to one another, and our collective, our twin flame, our loved ones, our soulmates, our soul family tribe, keeping an attitude of gratitude, and repenting when we need to, making changes when we need to, being accountable, being held accountable, or willing to speak up and hold another accountable. All of these kinds of things kind of go along with it, and that's why I have such things as the deed cards. The deed cards are beautiful because I made them based on this Akashika, which is beautiful. Akashika is super beautiful. Okay. It's basically all twin flames along the twin flame journey are required spiritually. It's in all twin flame contracts to perform divine deeds as twin flames. Shining your light brightly and doing certain things, deeds, helps you get there, helps you unlock more of the twin flame journey, and helps you achieve more, go higher, and have breakthrough. It worked for me, and then I put it into a program that I could share with the collective that would touch more people, reach more people at no cost, making it easier. And that way I wouldn't always have to charge, and I could come do these energy reports. I didn't like having to charge everyone. And even if I could tap in and make a ton of money and charge all my clients and get high paying clients and everything like that, I did not want to. I didn't want to leave my collective in the dust any more than I already had, because I kind of was a fast learner and a little bit of an overachiever, workaholic type person for a long time. And yeah, kind of left some people in the dust and ghosted some people and made some mistakes and didn't do so meaning to at all, and had to make that a part of my repentance, was to make up for that in life with the people that I was able to make that up with, and to walk that kind of sin out, and to learn things like a Ho'oponopono prayer, meditation, other prayers, and to get my prayers heard by God through working with his archangels and his son in faith. Having my prayers heard and understood, having my voice and testimonies also heard and understood by other people, and having more opportunities to do deeds and complete all of these deeds. So these deeds are very specific. They tie directly into all the twin flame keys, all of them, for all twin flame unions of any type, the whole twin flame collective. And each of them is connected to Holy Scripture divinely found in the New King James Version Bible. So it took me several years to work on this. It was divinely guided. I worked on it with the Archangel Michael, of course. And then I worked with Raphael, Uriel, Shamuel to finish it all up and do the 1111 portion and the 1122 deed portion. So if you're a leader, 1122 deck. If this resonates with you and you're a leader, you're probably a fixed sign person. Don't have to be, but you probably are. And you should always pay attention to all of the elements and kind of all the divine masculine feminine messages, really. You should take it all in, and definitely you should do a lot of journaling and writing things down and making a lot of lists. If the 1122 cards come out for you a lot, or these come out a lot with the collective, that means I'm working with a lot of leaders, a lot of people with platform, with voices, stories, teachings, guidance, messages. Boom. That's the kind of things that are going on with 1122. And then a whole lot of this as well. Maybe even fivefold, you're doing these things, whereas everybody isn't fivefold and having to do everything that you might be having to do, but they're also not going to get all of the reward that come with working in a fivefold ministry, or they already have all the rewards that come with working in a fivefold ministry, and they're just doing some rounds and doing some charitable type stuff, and these are the deeds they're into. You know, everybody's in a different place with it, but this is kind of all in all everybody, and this is kind of people who resonate with leadership. That's also a lot of times parents, twin flames, and public working people. Okay, all public working type of people, especially if they happen to be mainstream, meaning media, politics, celebrity, influencer, right? And any other type of leadership person in life. These are important spiritual guidance and deeds that also connect directly to Holy Scripture and divine, holy, angelic guidance. Okay, beautiful stuff that took me years to work on and bring to you guys this way. This is a big deal. Okay, I don't know if I'm presenting it wrong or need to express that more, but yeah, just to let you guys know. This is a big deal. And so this covers also, if you resonate, if you see 1111 a whole lot, you definitely know you have a twin flame. You happen to be also a leader, but not necessarily mainstream, major leader. You're some type of leader, though, and you resonate with the twin flame journey. And maybe you're an indigo or a starseed. Or maybe you're an empath and you deal with a lot of empath dealings or something like that. Okay, whatever it is, this covers more of the deeds for all of the twin flames. But this is like if you have a lot of blockage going on, this is extra special type of guidance. Comes from 1111 deed cards. So this is collective deeds. This is for those of you who are trying to make it into union and dealing with like a lot of generational curses, third party stuff, type stuff. Those things. Okay. The stuff that's bananas and we say this shit is bananas. Because it's bonkers, some of the stuff we be dealing with. Okay. And then on top of that, I have the inner work and the lessons right here. And these are just some extra deed cards and breaks down all the lessons and the inner work that you need to do. This is a lot of the shadow work, the inner work, the lessons, the whole nine for all of you, no matter where you resonate and everything I just showed you. Okay. Whether it's leadership, whether it's just basic twin flames, whether it's collective soul family, deed card stuff. All in all, this breaks down all the lessons and inner work. This breaks down everything that's in here and everything that's also in here, you know? So it's kind of like, oh, boom, clarity right here. For the inner work, especially the core work that you need to do, and the self wound healing, the self lessons, the shadow work, the self care, the self love. It is all right here, okay, at my fingertips in beautiful card format that took me years of working with my angels and studying and researching and studying and researching and trial and error and working with people and more study, more research, working blood, sweat, and tears. Lots of work went into this, and a lot of love and a lot of support and a lot of just contributions, lessons, just the whole nine. Okay, like so much has went into this. You're talking years of twin flame journey experience. I started out on my twin flame journey when I was very, very young. By the time I was 16, I was doing energy work already. I was doing twin flame research, relationship research, spiritual studies, all kinds of spiritual studies, enrolling myself in many, many different types of things, getting many types of experiences, having a lot of relationship experiences on top of that, a lot of motherhood experiences as well, and just a whole slew of empath, narcissist type of relationship experiences at work, at home, around the community, even some stuff going on within my tribe, within my church. Once I started ministry, being a targeted individual, it's just like goes on and on and on. So I have so much to bring to you guys. And I'm so grateful and happy that it came together like this and just in time for 2026. Because, yes, this is the year of inner work. And the past 2 or 3 years have been twin flame years. It's 4 to 6 years of twin flame unions coming together, popping together, blah, blah, blah. Whilst on the other side, that's what's going on in the kingdom of light, right? And in the twin flame journey. Whilst on the other side, it's a whole entire judgment and chastisement period of things going on outside of this favored path that we call the twin flame path. So yes, it's for the chosen. Yes, it's a favored path. Yes, when you're on this path, you know you're in your deliverance. You know you're chosen. You know something significant and unique is happening. You know God, or you are coming to know all of that and coming to know God. And I'm generally always speaking also, guys, to fellow believers, not just in God and all of the faith side of things, but believers in things such as spiritual warfare, twin flames, star seeds, ascension, spirituality, spiritual ascension, all these types of things. You're also a believer in these things and open. So if you're here listening to me and you're open to these things, please hit the like. If you want to hear more of this stuff, if this is interesting to you, if you have something you want to add or ask or anything at any point, if something resonates or you want to know more or you want to know what the divine guidance for each of the cards is, because I don't always bust it out. If I'm just doing energy reports, I don't bust out with all the divine meanings of the cards. If I'm doing readings or personals, then I start busting out with the divine meanings of the cards. Okay, and so you'll kind of see how I work after you've been subscribed. By the way, subscribe so you can get familiar with my teachings, my guidance, the way that the things work here at this channel. And so you, and also what I like about my guidance, not only can I bless other ministries, but my guidance is most usually, a compliment to the rest of the collective, no matter what they may be teaching or talking about. If it is not a compliment to it, it's some kind of confirmation to it. If it's not confirmation, it actually helps expose that which is misinformation, falsehood altogether, schemes, scams, lies, mistruths, all of that. It helps you build discernment very rapidly. Okay, Sophia Gaia style is very rapidly. Akashika also means that I'm working with very rapid activation energy, which I describe as Michelin star energy, which the more active it is, the better. And usually it's more active when you're working with sacred feminine energy, meaning a lot of children, a lot of pets, a lot of twin flames and starseed empaths and indigos, a lot of sacred feminine energy, and or a lot of sacred masculine, divine masculine, feminine energy, just a large collective, and or the fact that you work with a lot of the energy of purity, youth, innocence. And with twin flames, it's a lot of purity, youth, innocence, desire, passion, and kind of everything that comes with spiritual ascension, twin flames, right? So you already know that's a lot of stuff right there. But if you work with children and pets more, you're going to probably need to be working with a lot of angelic energy, which, mind you, I work with Gabriel. So if I start busting out these cards, I know I need to work with Michael Gabriel. If I start busting out with these cards, it's Michael Gabriel Raphael. Okay. And when we start getting over to these cards, it's Michael Gabriel Raphael Uriel Metatron and other angels. Okay. And also I work with Shamuel when it comes to these cards right here. So it's going to be a lot of those angels. So there's 3 angels, 5 angels, 7 angels, 12, all 12 angels, up to 13 or more angels that are assigned to each of these cards and messages and frequencies. And these things have been blessed that specific way for you, my collective. The sound of my voice is healing. I have healing hands. I work with the throat chakra and the crown chakra the most. I have a collective that helps me ground my energy so that I can work with other people more. I had trouble grounding in the beginning because, oh man, I work with higher realm energy so much, and so does my masculine. And we needed to both learn to ground our energies more. So we both did, and we were able to bring our union together, and we had this like final merge experience. And that experience looked like a big, huge, beautiful, bittersweet type of twin flame union where we both chose the union and wanted to continue on our twin flame journey together at that point. And also both had a focus on a future that looked a certain kind of way and involved marriage, union, partnership, family life, and this whole like wholesome type of family life experience that we want to be focused on. So we had all these things in our sacred contract that we were able to agree upon. We had huge breakthroughs and experienced twin flame merge for the first time. While others around us had already had a lot of twin flame merge, it was finally our turn. We had a reunion, we had a merge, and now we're kind of like walking in that. And now we've come upon a point in the journey where we're still working on our union and are back to helping others and clearing our spheres more and trying to get our focus back to doing the inner work. And as we're doing that, we're focused on the heart chakra. And that's chakra number 4, by the way. Number 4, the heart chakra. And number 5, the throat chakra. So we've been kind of focused right there a lot. We're good on crown chakra work for the most part. Most of that is like good to go. It's throat chakra, heart chakra at this time. So we're going to continue doing this throat chakra, heart chakra work. So we're going to work with Michael, Ariel, and Shamuel. Those are our angels at this time. Oh, and Raphael. Those angels. Those are the angels. You should work with those 4 angels every single day when you're doing heart chakra work, okay? So you just call them, you do your I am affirmations that are related to all of the chakras, and when you get to the heart chakra, you call forth your angels that are based on the heart chakra. If you're doing other angels when you're focused on root, sacral, solar plexus chakra, that's fine. But when you get to the heart chakra, which is our focus right now, okay, in the healing circle right now that I am kind of always working on, and that spills over into this that I bring to you guys. So we're focused on the heart chakra. If that resonates for you and you're able to focus on the heart chakra, that's good. And please hit the like if that's you and you're like, yes, I'm focused on the heart chakra. So the heart chakra, when you're focused on that, yes, of course, it has to do with expressing emotions, relationships, sentiment, romance, love. But it has a lot to do with faith, and Jesus is he is the master of the heart. Okay, he is the God of the heart. That's who Jesus is. So we work with Jesus first when it comes to the heart. And so that's what we do in the healing circle. So that's already happening and being done. And then like I'm coming over here just to do some energy reports and connect with y'all. So just so you know, we do put Jesus Christ first, especially when it comes to the heart. Now, we are focused right now on water sign energy. And we did the fire sign energy in the last live just earlier today. So you can go check that out. These are timeless messages. So anytime you hear these messages on this channel coming from me, they hold frequency, healing messages, higher light frequencies, and they may resonate with you at any time. Doesn't matter when it is. If I did the reading 2 years ago, it could resonate with you today. 6 months ago, it could resonate with you right now. You know, it could be you're hearing this right now and it resonates perfectly for you, or it starts to resonate later on, and then you come back and listen and discover more. Okay, that's ideally how we pray for it to go and hope for it to go for you. And that's what we mean by something resonates. If it resonates, you're going to come back. Bottom line. If it didn't really resonate, you probably will not come back to the channel and listen anymore, which means other things resonate with you, and that's fine too. It's not going to resonate with everyone. And I accept that happily. And so if it does, yeah, hit the like, stick around, subscribe, and don't miss anything, because I go live every weekend. I do videos occasionally, I do shorts occasionally, and I let you know how to get a hold of me, how to be a part of things. So we're going to look at the masculine water energy. So we are looking at the most fluid energy of the 4 elements. All right. With the focus on love, relationships, emotion, sentiment, romance, sensitivity, family, faith, fun, joy, peace. All of those type of energies have to do with the heart chakra and the throat chakra and the water sign elements, incidentally, actually. So that's something to know. And so we're going to look at the masculine first. See how masculine energy is doing. Let's cut this energy up a little bit. Masculines are focused on home, family, marriage. This is proposal. This is marriage, happiness, joy, togetherness, unity, holy matrimony type of marriage, partnership, family gatherings, family togetherness. Could be a blended family, could be recent, could be what's on his heart or what's on his mind. It looks like he's also focused on his finances, his foundation, his work and career life and marriage life, or building up or rebuilding in terms of a marriage. Could be restoring or building up, saving up for a wedding, saving up for a marriage or family event, a family vacation, saving up for a ring. Could be a ring or a proposal. Could be a lot of focused energy on creating something with your hands, or something that takes time to do or build, or maybe it's like in chapters or sequences or patterns, or in batches, or one thing at a time, but you're building up, and you may be doing something with your hands. It could be your job, it could be a project, could be both, could concern time or concern source energy. So it could be money or it could be time that is the focus, or both. Okay. And expression, especially expressing your heart. This could be writing letters, poetry, reading letters or poetry, wanting to write or put things into words, wanting to express that you are saving up for a proposal, a ring, a marriage, a union, a family gathering, a vacation, something, being verbal about it, wearing your heart. You could very well be wearing your heart on your sleeve about how it feels to be in the energy of this union, or wanting to express to someone that it's been taking you time, but you are saving and building up to solidifying a union or making something happen in a union. Yeah, with a feminine energy. So with a perfect partner that you consider abundant and prosperous, also that you work together with. So this could be a partnership where you both work with finances, or you both work together in a business, or you both share wealth or share in the wealth and happiness, sharing in the happiness and wealth, expressing that and sharing that with one another, or a wealth of loving experiences, even in your work life and personal life. This could be a single wanting to take someone off the market, or having just now taken someone off the market. You could be sweeping someone off their feet or taking someone off the market, or you recently did. This could be the energy of newlyweds or newly engaged, or having just met. But it looks very, very passionate. It looks very loving, caring, a wealth of loving and care and happiness, joy, a shared experience at work, a shared love for a certain kind of work or lifestyle, a shared love for each other in this union and this work and this lifestyle, that which you're working on in the union or that which you both do as work, and wanting to build on that in the union, wanting to build on that, seeing the potential in something, in a person, a partner, your divine masculine or feminine, seeing the potential in a work experience or the potential, or needing to increase on your potential, or waiting to see the fruits of the work and potential, or the fruits of the union. Could be waiting to see the fruits, or waiting to show the fruits of the union, or waiting to, it doesn't have to be waiting necessarily. There's forward movement, but it's like building up to. You're not exactly waiting, but it's like a waiting period where there's a process and a building up to. So you're building up to this union experience. Yeah, I'm seeing confirmation on that. So feminine energy is expressing also through words, or is changing her mind or ideas, or changing, has changed her words or thoughts. This could be thoughts. Could be her thoughts on the union or work, or changing her line of work, changes that are going on in the union or within someone's personal life or union or business or connections. Feminine could be dealing with a lot of changes, a lot of details also. This could be, yes, concerning love relationships, soulmate relationships, something that is sacred and pure, something personal. This could be involving children, or pets, or a personal relationship, or all of the above. So someone could be expressing themselves. There's changes or details. There's details concerning children, or details concerning love relationships, soulmate relationships. It could be a lot about children or pets. And it could be a lot about abundance, financial abundance, future abundance, potential abundance, an open opportunity or a big opportunity that you've taken advantage of, or you want to take advantage of, or someone may tell you that they want you to take care of or take advantage of a relationship, and also seeing that there is a wealth of love or a wealth of prosperity potential here. Someone could be changing their focus suddenly to love and future wealth, or something they love to do that brings a lot of wealth. It could be this feminine, it could be the masculine, could be both, but it's water sign energies being basically focused on what they're best at, family life and foundation, wealth and prosperity. security, especially in love and money. Yeah. So this is victory, success, favor, achievement, creative achievement, creative victories, spiritual and creative type of victories. This is being very gifted or favored by the public, or favored by a group, favored by an official person even, or just a lot of people in general. This is being favored for what you do, what you say. This is like the energy of being a hero, or possibly an entrepreneur, a visionary type person. Could be a very popular person. This could be the influencer energy. This could be a politician. It could be a leader. It could be any of that. We could get clarity on both of these and see what comes out. And so this could be a feminine who's in her masculine energy a lot, but also in her feels, or has a masculine who is in his feels, expressing a lot to his feminine. And this could be a feminine who's focused on relationships and work in general, career and wealth in general, and maybe going through a lot of changes, looking at a lot of details, going over details. Expressing needs, desires, or details. She could be water signs could be very expressive, especially when it comes to love and relationships. And they may be very actively working on both love relationships equally, as well as career. I'm hearing benefits, friends with benefits, lovers with benefits, marriage and benefits. Like there's benefits to a union for some people, and they recognize that, but they want to be in the highest energy with that, or they want to use it to their advantage, to help others and be seen as a hero in some way, or they're being seen as a hero because they already do that. They're even charitable. This could be the energy of charity right here. This could be the energy of soulmates. Okay, someone could be giving to charities a lot, or have recently been given to, or looking for charities to give to that involves children and pets, families. They could be giving a lot of energy to love, relationships, pets, and families in general. It doesn't have to be charity, but with this energy, it could be a lot of actual physical charity, like finances, handouts. They could be needing a lot, and seeking that and finding it in some way through charitable organizations, possibly. But this looks more like someone actually being charitable. So this could be someone changing their mind about a child or pet situation or a relationship, and expressing that, or getting more details, or getting more down to the roots of a relationship, or the details, or seeing more, someone telling you more about how they feel in a relationship, or how they feel in a job or a situation, or how much they actually favor you. This could be a child favoring you and stepping into an abundant future because of that favor, or wanting to, or a child favors you and is telling you so. Someone favors the work you do and is telling you so, or has told you so. Or this could be in the future. That's the kind of favor that's coming because of this energy. And this energy, this is people liking the work that you do, and even you, the things that you say, and you being expressive when it comes to love, and being charming, and not holding back, maybe being clear, truthful, and honest, or having a change of heart when it comes to love, or a change in ideas or plans when it comes to love or wedding plans or a gathering. Any of these things. So if any of those things resonate, let's get some clarity. We're just going to look at the deed cards. What are the deeds that the masculine is focused on or needs to be focused on at this time? Masculine, water sign energy. So if you resonate a lot with signs like Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or you have a lot of those elements going on within your union or your chart, or your twin flame does, or someone that you're working closely with or dealing with at this time. So we do have depression that wants to come out here. This could be because you've been working a lot or needing to express your heart or tell someone how you feel. Or because you need more independence. Somebody may need more independence or think more independently from someone else. Someone may be more in their masculine energy. It could be water sign energies of feminines being more in their masculine energy and their masculines being more in the watery energy. So it might look like that right now. If you're a water sign feminine, you might be in your masculine energy a lot more. But if you're a water sign masculine, you might be in your feminine energy. Or if you have a lot of water in your charts, elements, and in your union, you might find if you're a female, you're in the masculine's energy a lot more and he's in yours. And you might need to bring that to balance. Like I said, we're focused on the heart chakra, so whatever's bringing depression, that's a blockage. That's a heart chakra blockage. Looks like it could have to do with work or time spent doing work versus maybe not enough time on love and union and joy and happiness. Could be that. So we have winning. So it looks like you could be doing very well financially, or you could be winning a lot, or you just on the winning team, winning people over a lot, or you could just be gaining a lot in the financial arena, or it could be both. But there's still some depression that could have to do with marriage and relationships. Doesn't have to be, but if that resonates, and it could also just have to do with family. You could be dealing with some family issues, and the people in your family could be dealing with depression. Or you could be depressed because of that. It could be both. Take it how it resonates. But we have direction. So angels want to give you guidance, and there are directives being given to you at this time. This could have to do with all of this. And discipline. What else is going on with masculine energy, who is water sign? We have friendship showing. All right. Truth, enthusiasm, and lying. Truth and lying and enthusiasm. So there could just be like a lot. Somebody could be lying and you know about it, or it could be sensitive to anything that's false or not true. There could be a lot going on in your sphere of energy to trigger you that has to do with truth or not truth, or false or not false. You may have to use a high level discernment. You may be feeling enthusiastic, but watch out for things that lower your vibrational energy. You might be trying to decide what is true about work and discipline, or family and discipline, or family and truth. And you might be looking for a new direction to take that is more aligned with family and the truth of your family, or the truth of your life and future of your family, or something of that nature. So those are some of the deed cards that are showing for water sign masculines. Are there any other deed cards for water sign masculines? Now, it doesn't have to be males. Keep that in mind. Flip them and reverse them. Take what resonates. And if you want more guidance, details, scriptures, or insights, anything for any of these cards, if you want clarity of any kind, just let me know in the comments. Say, hey, could you clarify that card or that message? That part resonated with me. Could you please clarify? Or just let me know if it's resonating and hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you for being here, collective. And these are timeless messages. Doesn't matter when you find the messages on this channel. If something resonates for you, it's for you. Time and space do not matter on the twin flame journey. Trust me, not so much. So what's going on with the feminine water signs in terms of deeds and energies? Okay, we got some holy matrimony, some crisis. This could be marital crisis, could be family. We have self-confidence, could be a crisis of self-confidence. Could be confidence, your confidence being shaken in a union, a marriage. Something about courage. A powerful manifester, 1122. So you also might be a leader or an influencer. You might have a voice or a platform. You might need a lot of courage for that. You might need a lot of courage to deal with what's going on in your personal life and the inner work and the self-confidence. Something of a crisis could be happening in your manifestation field or in your confidence in your marriage or confidence in how you manifest or just in general courage, and you might be working on this specific thing because you also have winning and soul winning and you have achievement and favor. So this goes with this right here. So feminine energy has a lot of achievement, a lot of favor. This is realizing you're chosen. This is also just being very favored by God or people or in the work that you do or the field that you're in or currently in your love life or the universe favoring you. Altogether, just a lot of favor, a lot of achievement. You're in line for winning and achievement. This could be masculine or feminine, but be careful of this lying energy. Okay, so it doesn't have to be that someone's lying, but you may think it, or you just might be seeking truth, or someone might not. Something could be too good to be true. And you're super enthusiastic about something that could seem too good to be true, but you're in winning energy. And as long as you stay disciplined, it looks like your direction you're headed in is truth and winning. Okay, really. And it looks like it's also very good to be focused on family and healing any blockage that may have to do with family or depression. Or any blockage to physical manifestation or manifestation of your hopes, dreams, and desires in terms of love, money, family, anything. But there might be a bit of a crisis happening and you needing to know which direction to go. In increasing your faith, your trust, believing, not running away from your hopes, dreams, highest potentials, and desires, love life, personal life, something, not choosing not to walk away and think, no, it's too good to be true. Choosing to believe that it is true. There's something here. There's favor here. In this energy, it's like, don't doubt and don't think it's too good to be true. Really, something good is happening here. There is confidence here, but you might be at a crisis. You might be at a place where something has shaken your faith or belief in something. It could be because you're in this lower level insecurity or depression, or someone around you is, and you need to increase the vibrational energy. Double down on praying. Double down on speaking things into existence through speaking life, positive affirmations, prayer, meditation, taking actions and doing deeds and that keep the vibration high and help you manifest at your highest potential and rate. Especially anything that increases your confidence, gives you the courage you need to succeed. Praying for courage will help you increase your confidence and overcome any crisis Pray for the courage you need. Pray for an increase in vibration, an increase in enthusiasm. Choose to be brave at this time, water signs. Life may be asking you to be brave and to step into leadership and step out in a new direction and be more disciplined and overcome some type of depression. This could be a depression that's happened in your life, in many areas of life, or something that's felt more at the heart. But whatever it is, you need to deal with that, whatever comes up. If it's related to family issues, if it's related to the truth of a family situation, a marriage, if it's related to the truth of how you operate in life, like if it's hard for you to keep your confidence and you're not that brave and courageous, you're actually more shy, or you stay in lower level energy more than it seems like and put on a brave face, but you're actually kind of depressed or dealing with a lot of stuff or lacking direction and lost, but it just may not appear it because you put on that brave face because you are that powerful manifester. But make sure you speak up and make sure you seek out everything you need. If it's truth, if it's clarity, if it's provisions, if it's information, if it's confirmation, communication, courage, whatever it is that you need, water signs, speak it into existence. Speak up, use your voice, express things from the heart like you do. You're good at that. Your water signs, you're good at that. Your water energy or elements or emotional elements are very active for you at this time, beneficial to you or your partner. So it looks like also it's like kind of like water signs could be in a lot of powerful manifestation in this season and going into the summer. If you're focused on a water sign, your partner's a water sign or anything like that, they may hold a lot of the powerful manifestation energy in the union, but keep an eye on them because they may be dealing with a lot of emotions. They may need a lot of encouragement, motivation. They may need time to pull back and deal with any emotions that are heavy, be it depression, be it grief, be it just boosting their own self-confidence, having time for themselves, whatever it is. Keep an eye on your water sign people. If the more they stay in joy, the energy of joy and enthusiasm, the better. The more they are rewarded for their achievements, acknowledged for their achievements, the better. Water signs generally do achieve a lot when it comes to relationships and favor from people because they're loving, caring, charitable, kind, often very kind. They can come off a little bit bossy, a little bit arrogant. True, sometimes. And in the worst case scenarios, they're kind of controlling and, that's like the bad on the negative side. But most generally, they're very honest, heartfelt people, very helpful, very charitable, very kind, very compassionate, very protective, focused a lot on security, focused a lot on truth, security, confidence, love, manifestation, meditation, family, marriage. Focused a lot on their achievements. That's water sign people or others' achievements because they're also very charitable in that way. Very encouraging. They cheer a lot for others, very enthusiastic, very sincere, very honest people, very, like I said, heartfelt and sincere too. They often do see the best in people, recognize the best in people, see the brighter side of things, see potential in people or potential in life that others don't see. They often have a lot of creative energy and ideas that they do find best used at home or with their family and close relationships. They don't hold back. They don't tend to hold back. They're very much givers. Very often they're givers, seers, visionaries, leaders, and protectors. They can be very helpful in almost any area of life, but especially home and security, justice, and family. That's water sign people. They also can be very dreamy, very imaginative, very competitive, very fun, very feisty, very moody, especially the Cancer portion of the water signs can often have various mood swings, a little more mood swings, or perceived to have a lot more mood swings. But a lot of times what it is just that they shift a lot from powerful moods. Like they may be more enthusiastic and then suddenly they're not. Something can easily cause their energy to shift or their mood to shift and change, or they're just kind of naturally moody. Or, a lot of times water signs are sensitive people, so it's hard to tell why their moods are changing. The more you know them, the better, because they may be very misunderstood in that way. That happens a lot. In relationships with them, yes, they do often are very kind of take charge, action oriented, very powerful manifestors, and very loyal partners who help their partner achieve things at even the highest levels. Very supportive of their partners. If their partners are trying to achieve big things, they love to help their partners achieve. If you're trying to expand your family, and this message is you're listening to this message, you might have great achievements in expanding a business or a family, or expanding on an endeavor that involves business and family, or tying your business and family together in some way, and it being some type of if you have a family-oriented business, like a family-ran business, or you have ideas about something like that. If you feel enthusiastic about that, you might want to look into that, because with this type of energy and union energy, something like that could work out really beautifully if you have the courage to do it. And it could help you overcome some financial crisis, maybe a side hustle type thing. I don't know. And it also may increase your confidence in what you're able to achieve in the union if you try some other things or take a new direction or approach. It might be all you need to relieve this depression, okay? And your family might be experiencing depression. It could have to do with finances. But it looks like you're going in a new direction, and you're very happy about the direction you're going in, or you soon will be. But it may require you a lot of discipline, but it is a winning direction. It is a winning path, a path of favor, and you may even come out the hero. You may even come out better off than what you think. So that's what I see for water signs. Let's look for some extra clarity and guidance that may resonate with water sign masculine. We'll start with masculine. And then we'll do feminine. We'll split the deck, 1/2 for the masculine portion, 1/2 for the feminine portion at this time. right, so masculine, here's that, and feminines. There's masculine. Sure enough, mood comes out, and some more for the masculine. Okay. And these are just some extra words. Again, if I have cards on this board, I have meanings. I can elaborate, go deep. I have scriptures, guidance, meanings, everything for each and every card. Okay? So all you have to do is hit me up in the comments and ask me to elaborate or give clarity on anything that we cover here. Okay. So for masculine energies, we have inspiration, faith. Something about blame. I don't know if you're blaming something on faith or someone is blaming something on faith, but we have woods. Maybe you're coming out of the woods in your faith. We have the energy of joy and happiness and family. That is with the masculine water sign energy. So that is like totally the energy of motherhood or fatherhood, taking the charge in those areas or being the head of household in those areas. Plunging. Somebody could be taking the plunge when it comes to marriage and family life. Somebody could be feeling depression and despair or was recently or knows that's going on around them because we have buzz. So that could be like the energy going on around them. It could be on an emotional high right now, feeling very enthusiastic where they recently were depressed and their mood is drastically changing. This could be someone's moods changing or the mood suddenly shifting and changing or the energy suddenly shifting from being not so great and depressed and, into this beautiful, enthusiastic, happy, joy energy. But something takes shape or changes how it looks. And then there's taking stock or taking inventory. You could be stopping to take inventory in your life and being happy about what you see, especially in terms of family, in terms of a lot of things, but maybe just not everything, and still looking for truth and direction and or needing more truth and direction and guidance as you take stock, as you see the despair going on around you and plunging yourself more into that which makes you happy and brings you peace, that which takes you out of uncertainty and more into a secure type of life. And we have interpretation. So blame. So you could be, someone could misinterpret something. You could be blaming someone or someone blaming you because something was misinterpreted. Or you don't want someone to blame you if something is misinterpreted or there was something misinterpreted and maybe you blame someone about that, or you are letting go of blame and misinterpretation, or you blame yourself for misinterpreting something that in terms of learning, or what someone wished or wanted, or what they seemed enthusiastic about, but maybe wasn't necessarily the truth. Or you weren't disciplined or expressive enough about something concerning something. As you take stock, as you consider, as you try to find a new direction or take things in a new direction. You could be unlearning some bad programs when it comes to relationships or marriage. Or discipline. If you were recently feeling despair, you'll soon be feeling joy, is what it looks like. If you were recently stuck or in the woods or needing interpretations or clarity or truth or something, you'll soon find it, but maybe faith isn't to blame, or maybe it is, or lack of faith could be to blame. Or you could blame someone else's lack of faith and feel that that is the truth of a situation concerning a marriage or relationship, or even yourself concerning a marriage or relationship. So that's masculine. That's what I have so far for masculine. What I see over here for the feminine is she is in her own creator self, higher self energy. That's kind of her mood, or her mood changes a lot, or her mood's about to shift to that. It could be affecting her mood. She could be dealing with a lot of messes. I don't know. Indulging. Something about the unknown. She could be indulging in research, study, yogi study, looking for answers to the unknown. This could be knowing another or not knowing another, wanting to get to know what you don't know about another, learning things you didn't know. Actions, discernment, sneaky thoughts, reality, testing your own reality. She could be testing the relationship or testing reality, observing her reality, having thoughts a lot about her reality. She could be having intrusive thoughts about her reality or achievements or something. Could affect her courage. It could be intrusive thoughts that could be affecting her courage or her discernment or her self-esteem. So just watch out for like sneaky thoughts. And be willing to take action or ready to take action. And stay out of the energy of bad thoughts. Stay out of another's thoughts or head, or stay out of your own head. Okay, and stop indulging in being in another's thoughts or energy or head. Be in your own energy, focus on self. This could be any type of indulging, really. Someone could be indulging in someone knowing that, not knowing who's in their energy. I don't know. You could be indulging in learning things you didn't know. Someone could be blaming their parents, or blaming their parents about a marriage, or blaming a relationship issue having to do with parents, or maybe it actually is a parent to blame, especially if it has something to do with someone's confidence in relationships or marriage, and or waiting. Something could have caused a waiting period or a pause. This could be a mess. This could be something concerning parents or parenthood. Someone's in the mood to get creative, or maybe even it's like you're a parent and you're in a creative mood, but there's a lot of messes, but you're indulging in like games or creativity instead, or you want to, or you're like, it's like if I know someone, they're indulging in something action-oriented or game-oriented. They need to use a lot of discernment and avoid sneaky, intrusive thoughts, especially about the unknown. I don't know. It could be things they don't know about their spouse. You may need courage in regards to a marriage or relationship or spousal issue where you need to take action and find out the unknown. Especially if you've been running away from something or avoiding something and pouring yourself into more indulging activities. There might be messes you need to deal with. Don't leave anyone waiting when it comes to relationships. Don't put your dreams or manifestations on the back burner either. That could cause more crisis or set you back. Stay focused. Stay on path with your creative manifestation energy. Try to keep your moods under control and stay very grounded. Don't let children affect your mood or zap your energy too much. Stay focused on things that build people's confidence and build your confidence, and that are solutions to any crises, especially, it doesn't look like a lot of spiritual energy. You might need to take action on your faith and your manifestation. Even if you're not in the mood to, you need to be focused on higher manifestation, faith, prayer, meditation, higher manifestation in your union and in your personal life in general. And you just might be dealing with the mood swings of others or a moody parent. You might be a moody parent yourself. It looks like a moody parent right here. But you might be moody because you're just dealing with a lot when it comes to your family and your responsibilities, your marriage life, trying to balance everything. So you just might need to work on that a little bit. I don't know. Take actions that help you achieve more grounding and more stability and take you closer to your hopes, dreams, wishes, and desires. Take you closer to unity and joy, and that bring you happiness, joy, confidence, peace, and rewards. You have a lot to achieve. This could be in work or in love, but it looks like you have a lot to achieve, and you just need to keep walking in that and know that and keep taking actions. Good actions. These are good actions, hero type actions, worthy actions, worthy investments of your source energy, your time, and your focus. Worthy, that bring you a lot of achievement and a lot of happiness and help bring you more grounding and tap into more creative energy and boost your confidence in terms of faith and creative energy, because everything's in your favor. You can't lose with this energy, and that looks good for both masculine and feminines who have a lot of water energy or happen to be a water sign. So that's what I see for the water elements of energy. Please let me know if this resonated, and if by hitting the like or comments or subscribing, you're letting me know. And if you could give me feedback, that is super, super incredible and awesome too. Thank you for being here. I love you all. I missed you. I hope you had a beautiful Christmas. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're safe. I hope you're in the highest energy, relaxing, chilling. And I hope you find some stuff here on the channel that helps you on your journey and brings you a blessing today. I love you. God bless you. I'll be back with more elements later. We got to cover the earth and the air. So we'll do it in that order. I'll be back with earth sign elements in a little while. And if I don't get done with earth sign elements Monday morning, I will work on the air sign elements. It's kind of how I had to do it last weekend. So much love. Goodbye.